What's going on, guys, and welcome to episode number 4 of the Outcasts, where we are managing PSG. Now today I'm going to bring you a Champions League group stage match against Borussia Mönchengladbach. So we'll get into that, and you'll see why in a second. The fact is we're not doing too good in the Champions League, so this is quite a big match. You can see it's third v fourth right there. I'll actually show you the group right now just to get into it. So we're in Group G. We've got 4 points from 3 games, and so 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw. So I'll get into all those when I go through all the fixtures as well. But it hasn't been a great start for us in the Champions League, so this match is a big match for us today. Hopefully we can pick up the win, otherwise we're kind of screwed. Plus we need the win because we need to finish top of the group ideally. It's quite an easy group as well. I don't know why I'm struggling. But anyway, I'll go in and I'll show you the fixtures. So in the last episode where I left you was the match against Monaco. That was on the 30th of August, and I haven't actually made any signings since then. So obviously the transfer window closed the end of August, start of September, that sort of time. But in France, you can make one signing outside the transfer window from another French club. It's quite strange, but I actually like that rule. Though I haven't actually signed anybody yet, and I don't really have any intention to, really. I want to wait until January, see if I can make a good signing there, really. But anyway, so we lost to we lost to Monaco, where Kurzawa, I need to learn how to pronounce his name. He got sent off after 11 minutes, and it was tough ever since there. From that point forward, but we did actually perform quite well. We lost 2-1 though. We then played Bordeaux, beat them 1-0, Zlatan getting the goal, get a nice 8.3 rating. Nothing really to write home about in this match, because I think we actually rested some players for this upcoming match against Lazio in the Champions League, which is the first group stage match, which didn't help us at all because it was a draw. They got Lulic sent off towards the end, but it didn't really make a difference. Then into the next match against Stade Rennes. This was a good match for us, 2-1. Zlatan getting both the goals. He's obviously a big player for us, 8.8 rating, and they got 1 goal as well. It was a tough match, and as you can see, we're not like wiping the floor with any teams really. It's more competitive than I thought it would be. In the next match, we played against Guingamp, beat them 2-0. Zlatan and Motta. Motta's goal was, if it's the right match, Motta scored a beautiful goal. I'll come back and talk that later because I think it might have been a different match. I think it was like a goal that actually got like goal of the month or whatever the award is in France. Into the next match against Nantes. As you can see, 89th minute we conceded. That was basically me defending, like holding out for the 1-0 victory, and it didn't really pay off. I think fitness issues was a bit of a problem in this match as well. You can see we playing Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, so it's not great. Then we played Valencia. It says 3-1, but it was a tighter match tonight. Like, it was 2-1, then we were on overload, and then they got the third goal while we were on overload. And to be fair, Negredo absolutely destroyed us. I think his goals were absolutely class. I'm not going to show them just because it'll take up too much time. But he absolutely destroyed us. We didn't perform too well anywhere, but if we had got a draw from this match, especially away from home at the Mestalla, it would have been a good point for us, but it definitely gives Valencia the upper hand in this group now. We then played Marseille. I didn't realise that this was some sort of derby match, otherwise I might have live commentated it, but we performed really well in this match. Zlatan, Lucas and Lavezzi getting the goals for us. Obviously, Lavezzi just put the gloss on the victory with the 89th minute goal when Marseille were probably pushing forward. But 3-0's a good victory for us. Played very well. And then we went into the match against Bastia. Beat them 2-1. We took the lead just before half time. They equalised just after half time. Then 2 minutes after they equalised, Kurzawa. I'm gonna say Kurzawa. He scored the winner for us. I can't remember the goal, but I remember like being chuffed he actually scored that one. And Zlatan missed a penalty as well. I think that's what that sign means. I'll just go in and check. I think that's what that symbol means. I can remember him missing a penalty. I can't remember whether it was this specific match or not, though. It's taking its time to load. I've only just loaded up FM, so it usually does take some time to load up the first one. This match took a ridiculously long time to load up. I had to stop the recording. But yeah, Zlatan did actually miss a penalty in the 13th minute there. We dominated them pretty much. So we'll go out and talk about the other matches. That's where we were up to. We were up to Bastia. Oh, we then played Gladbach, which you know when you play FM and you really get into a match. This was like where you're probably like shouting at the screen, like, come on. This was the first match of this series that I've actually did that. Because we went 2-0 behind in a must-win Champions League match. At this point, we've got 1 point after 2 games, and we were 2-0 down. Then, you can see, Ongenda scored 2 goals. He came on in the 63rd minute, I think it was. I'll try and load it up for you. Yeah, he came on in the 63rd minute. And then he scored in the 64th and 67th minute on his debut for us. At this point, when I made the substitutions, I just went, right, he's a striker, I'll put him on up front next to Ibrahimovic, I think it was, I can't remember. But as you can see, we've got Ongenda, Cavani, and Ibra was on the pitch as well. He got a 9 rating, well done. He actually scored the winner though. And I was like, I'm just going to throw him up front, why not? See what happens, you never know. And he went and scored 2 goals in 4 minutes on his debut. And if you look at his stats, he's only a young guy, but I wouldn't say he's got potential to be a first team player for us. It was just hilarious watching the match. As you can see, he mostly plays for the reserves. Well, he's been made available for the reserves. I don't know if he's actually played for them. But that match was stupid, and then Ibrahimovic goes and scores the winner in the last 5 minutes, and we really needed that win. Otherwise, we were in big trouble in the Champions League group. If we had lost or drawn that match, we were never going to finish top of the group. We could have finished second if we win like the rest of our matches, but I don't think we would have got top. So to win this away from home, it was fantastic for us, and it was a massive match. But we couldn't capitalise on that, and we go and drop points in our next match. This was against Saint Etienne, so they've got a decent team. Di Maria put us in front. Di Maria is actually being awesome for us as well. Him and Ibrahimovic link up so well, it's unreal. And then Beric equalised right on half time, and then the second half was boring. Next match against Rennes. The 2 people I've just been talking about, Di Maria and Ibra, 2-0 after 18 minutes away from home. That's it really, it was game over. Didn't really push too hard because I actually made some subs in the second half. And you see, I've been bringing on Ongenda the last couple of matches, I think, as well. Yeah, I brought him on in this match as well, just because of the 2 goals he scored in this match, but he hasn't actually done anything really. So yeah, that leads us to where we are today in the group stage of the Champions League. I will actually show you the league table. We're not running away with it. We're top on goal difference, basically. Unbeaten in our last 5, 3 wins, 2 draws. Out of the 12 matches, we've won 8 of them, drawn 3, lost just 1. That was to Monaco, where we had 10 men for most of the match. We scored 20, conceded 8. So it's not. No, we haven't. The best attack's Monaco. Best defense is Nice. So we haven't got the best attack or defense. Well, I think if you want to win the league, you've got to have at least one of those, I would say. Normally defense I like having, because goals I don't mind if I win 1-0. Like I have been really. I haven't been wiping the floor with teams, but if I go into the tactics, like the ratings, like this one is the last 5 games, and this one's the overall average rating. I like to just look at both of them, just to see which players are like going off form, which players are just coming into form. So I like looking at both of those columns. But as you can see, it's mostly above 7s. There's Lavetti's overall rating is 6.96, but he hasn't really been playing too much. And for the last 5 matches, he's actually got 7.12. He's only been playing because Lucas Moura's picked up an injury. He's just coming back to fitness. So he could actually start in this match, Lucas. But oh no, I was looking at the wrong player. So Lucas, yeah, his match sharpness is. I've been struggling with his match sharpness a lot. It goes down all the time. Even when I play him, he's picked up an injury when he finally got that match sharpness back up. He picked up an injury and then the sharpness went back down again. So he's been coming on as a sub. It means that I've had to be playing Di Maria on the right, where normally I've been playing him on the left. But we're still winning matches. But anyway, for this match today, I think it's Matt Tweedy is suspended for too many yellow cards. Yeah, so brought in Motta as a defensive midfielder. I've been trying to play like either Marquinhos or Zuma. They both have had 2 starts and some sub appearances that you can't really see there. But Marquinhos has been quite poor for us. He is learning from Thiago Silva, so I might start playing him next to Thiago Silva just so he might learn that bit quicker. But for a big match like today, I don't want to do it. I'd rather just have David Luiz in there. But that's about it, really. There's not really much else to talk about. The next episode, once I finish the live commentary, will be, I think, this match against Lyon. The 12th of the 12th. Possibly Valencia, but probably not. So I might live commentate after this match against Valencia. I'll do the Champions League group stage, the Champions League knockout draw if we qualify. I hope so. Then we'll do the live commentary against Lyon. That'll be in the next episode. But anyway, we'll go in and we'll play today's match. We really need a victory, like, seriously. I'll send my assistant. I don't like those stupid pre-match press conferences. I think I've said that before. Herman's dangerous yet. Pick up where we left off, might as well. I'll just check my instructions because I don't think I set them. So this is how we have been playing. We're at home, so I am going to keep it on wide. I like playing it on narrow. We've looked for the overlap so that we are getting some width as well. But, you know, I think in a previous episode I've been having exploit the right flank on or exploit whichever flank Di Maria's on, but I'm not doing that anymore. I think that's about it really. High tempo, wide. I'm not going to go crazy for the win. I'm going to stay on standard and see how the match goes. So we'll get into it. I'll just check that sounds are off because I've been having that on. I've actually got a nice downloaded feature where it doesn't make the crowd noise when the sound's on. It's actually commentary. It's like commentary from like the old Pro Evolution Soccer games. It's really funny actually. But I won't have it for this. You can look it up. I think I got it off FM Scout. Here we are, 8 minutes in. Lavezzi through to Ibra. Come on, get in, Ibra. That's 1-0. I noticed when I was looking at Ibra's stats that his composure was only about 13, which I was quite surprised about. I thought it would have been like 15, 16, maybe even higher. But then again, I don't really watch Ibra play that all too often, really. Pump ball into the box, no. Lazio are beating Valencia. Take a look at the stats. Yeah, we're in control. I'll try and get a second before half time. I like doing this just before half time. And hate it when there's a highlight as soon as I've made a change. It's sort of like FM's way of saying, mate, you've just fucked up. I don't like it at all. Anyway, here's Ibrahimovic. Hopefully it's a highlight for us. Yeah, that's a poor shot, really. I thought it might have been deflected, but it wasn't. But we'll leave it on attacking. We've had no clear-cut chances. Close down Han. The same thing. Lazio 2-0 up. And their striker's just got injured. Mönchengladbach's. I want to take a quick look at the league table. See how that affects it. Oh, all three of us are on 7 points. So that'll be good, because our Pastore can't get there. Lavezzi, Di Maria 2-0. That's hilarious. Well, I was going to say that's hilarious. It's not hilarious, it's awesome. That the fact that attacking did actually work and we get a second goal before half time. And for the league, our head-to-head against these two is not great. Obviously, we drew with Lazio, so it's not too bad. It's 3-0 to Lazio, I've just seen there. Tell the place to prove a point. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell them that they're doing well. Get into this second half. So yeah, our next match is Lazio away, which looks like it's going to be quite a hard match. I'll probably take a draw from it and then take my chances against Valencia at home in the final match, probably. Anyway, he's Ibra. yeah, straight after half time. It wasn't going to be a proper highlight, was it? 50. I like to make my first sub around 55 minutes. So we'll go in, see who's either not doing well with the ratings or is not doing well with the condition. I can probably afford to take Pastore off for Rabiot. Rabiot's been asking for some more first team football. As to honestly, like in previous FMs, when I can leave players out, like you normally get like one or two that would say like, "Can I get some more first team football?" And normally those are the guys that are like quite crap, and you're not going to play. But so far, there's been a lot of players complaining that haven't had first team football. Let me just see. Zuma has, Marquinhos has complained as well. Cavani has, Lavetti has, Rabiot has as well. And the thing is, they're all actually playing a part as well. It's not as if I'm not playing them. They do play. Most of the time they come on as subs, because I don't think any are ready for the first team, really. Like, Lavetti's only playing because Lucas Moura is not ready, really. But yeah, that's the first sub. I'll keep it like that. I'll leave it on control. I'm not going to fiddle with my instructions. Have a nice, simple victory. I usually like to make my next sub around 70 minutes, so I'll keep an eye on that. We've got a highlight here. They're going to counter-attack on us. Here's Traore. They'll make the last 20 minutes very, very nervous for us if they score. Kazawa gets it back in. Dermich, good save by Sirigu. Sirigu is not great, but he'll do the job probably for this season. Unless we lose him at the end of this season, I don't think I'll replace him just yet. But anyway, he's Ibrahimovic through on goal, 3-0. Good performance for us. This will actually be. I was going to say this will be the first victory on our live commentary, but we actually got one against Lyon, didn't we, in the Super Cup? Yeah, it's like that. We're all on 7 points. It's not too bad, actually. It's a bit of a risk, but I'm still confident that we'll go through. The bad news is one of us three is going to go out. I've totally forgot about my subs. 76 minutes. 2 more subs to make. Verratti, honestly, 9 rating. Him and Pastore usually have excellent ratings. They're such a good partnership, especially as Pastore's got a 7, which it's still good, but his average is about 7.5, I think, and he's playing he's not natural as a centre midfielder. This is the position he usually plays. Yeah, he's normally an attacking midfielder, but he's doing excellent, dropping back really, and he is being trained to play there as well. So let's see. Kazawa can go off for Marquinhos. I'll give Marquinhos a bit more playing time. Put him at right back though. And I think we can afford to rest Ibra as well. So, and we'll bring on Cavani. I'm not going to bring on Ongenda because the last couple of games I brought him on as a sub, he hasn't really did it. We're not going to look for the overlap anymore. I'll keep it like that unless anything changes. We're 3-0 up, so there's no point really going too defensively, really. The game's done, I would say. It's crossed in from the corner. Dermich, Christiansen, yeah, he pulls one back. There we go, me saying the game's done. We have been conceding goals late in games, actually, so I need to maybe start caring about stuff like this. I'll go on defensive. I feel like when we go on defensive, we don't actually play too well. We'll retain possession actually. I'll say a much lower tempo. We just need to keep the ball really. That doesn't really affect anything. It takes our goal difference down to just 1 though. Here's Rabiot, Verratti, Marquinhos. Come on, Motta. I've got to show you guys Motta's long range shot, didn't I, that I was talking about when I went through the fixtures. Here's Cavani. Oh, unlucky, hits the post. Who's that? 22, is that Lavetti? He should have got that. It sounded like Cavani should have scored in the first place. This is probably it, guys. we're into like the last 10 seconds, so I'll wrap up the video because I don't think anything will happen here. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I am a new channel and I need like all the help that I can get. Like honestly, just even if you just subscribe to me and leave a comment, let me know if you're enjoying this series or not. If you want to, if you have any suggestions on how I can make it better or anything, that'll be greatly appreciated. Like I said, this series will be a long series where I'm managing 10 different teams. It's something that hasn't really been done yet on YouTube. I haven't seen anybody do it anywhere. So it's quite creative. You won't see it anywhere else. So subscribe to make sure you don't miss out. We're managing PSG in this series. The first probably 5 seasons. We just got a Steam achievement there. There you go. I haven't actually played FM too much on this account, so I haven't got too many achievements yet for this game. But yeah, we're managing PSG probably for the first. I said in the first episode about 4 to 7 seasons on average for each team. Depends on how well it's going. And then we're moving on to the next team, which I don't know what it is yet. I'll probably do a poll on Twitter for who the next team should be. So make sure you follow me on Twitter at KarlPlaysFM. Leave a like on this video, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.